Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about WhistlePig joining the KDA. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff Andresi, Justine Mays, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Hey-oh, so yeah, we're going to be talking about WhistlePig. We've had a show before where we talked about them coming to Whiskey Row, and now they're officially joining the KDA, and we'll get into that. That's interesting to me, and we'll say why it is after the break. We'll get to that topic a little bit later. But for right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
So it's a little bit of a pet peeve. So I kind of still live small townish, right? And every town has like their little Facebook group, like what's happening here, what's happening in this county, whatever. And I'm in all of them because I'm nosy. But there are people who will post to be like, do you know a plumber or a mechanic or a whatever that doesn't cost an arm and a leg? And I fucking hate these people because I'm like, pay for what you need. And I'm like, if I have a friend that's a mechanic or a whatever, I'm not suggesting them to you because pay their prices. Like, and I get people get in tight spots, things break at like, inconvenient times. I've been there, I know. But like, doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Stop being cheap as fuck. They piss me off.
Right.
Get a boyfriend that'll pay for your tires. That's all I got to say.
Bingo. That's exactly right.
And take your car to get the oil changed.
Yeah, of course.
Yelling at each other the last 2 days. That's back. But...
Okay. Well, there you go. McNew's back to hating her significant other. Life seems right some way out of that. So, yeah. I hate those kind of groups too. I am involved in one. I live in a town called Oakville in St. Louis County, and I'm part of the group. And the people talk about that like it'll be like July 2nd, and people will be like, "I'm hearing noises outside." It'll be like in the evening, 7:00. Though I'm hearing all these noises outside. What does anybody know what it is? That's the fucking fireworks people are shooting.
Gunshots, Steve?
Right.
Gunshots, right.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know why people feel the need to turn to Facebook to answer everything. Driving home today, I saw an accident on Lee May Ferry and Ringer. Does anybody know what happened to those people? What the fuck? I don't know.
They're fine.
They're fine. Everyone's fine. They, yes.
I always love the ones that are like, to the asshole that pulled out and on the corner.
Those are good.
Right,
yeah,
in the blue pickup truck, and I'm just like, give me a fucking break.
Right. Whoever kid is driving the green bike, he flipped me off today. Yeah, you see shit like that too. It's like, my God.
Yeah. No, they do the most pettiest shit in there. But I'm just like, the people asking for cheap labor, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, go. They fucking piss me off so much.
I do follow a couple of them from where I grew up, and I can just skip over those. I see it's like I don't even give them the time of day. But
yeah,
there's some fun questions. Hey, do you remember this restaurant? Do you remember those are kind of neat, and you get some interaction. But there's a bunch of people I think it's just the nosy. The nosies,
it's small town nosy, and even if it's like a bigger city.
They're trolling on purpose. So we had one. So we have a Lake Zurich, Killdeer, Long Grove. We're 3 municipalities. Lake Zurich is a larger one, and Killdeer is where I live, and Long Grove is another one where we don't have really centralized municipality government service. We pull from Lake Zurich. And somebody put out there, what is with all these fires in Canada? Can't they just put the fires out so we don't have to deal with this? And I'm like,
well, what thought of that?
Planet are you on?
Wow. Okay. That's a good point.
Do you not understand what a wildfire is? McNew, you brought it. You triggered me on this one because the time of the blue collar and the blue shirt, white collar professional is alive and well, and those folks who fill those roles that know how to figure out how to do something by themselves. We are going to thrive in this new world because the rest of it is a dumpster freaking fire.
Yeah, it is. It's a mess. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just like, if I was like, hey, can somebody like come do this for me? I'd be like, give me your best mechanic. Give me your best whatever. I'm like, I will pay whatever it is they're charging. But they're like, doesn't cost an arm and a leg. I don't have any money. Then you're not fucking getting service. Shut the fuck up. Ask a friend. Call your brother. I don't know.
You're not respecting the people who put the work in to be able to learn how to do some of this stuff, and you're caught off guard. Right. Well, shame on you. Mean reversion is a vicious bitch.
Exactly. I'm like, and nothing, that I'm like, I don't know why it pisses me off so much, but like, there's one every day where I'm just like, fucking piece of shit.
Just dying it. Why can't you just put the fires out? I don't understand. It's like you are trolling. There's no way this is a logical, conscious, but maybe it is. Maybe it's a conscious post.
Why is that?
There are people on this planet that are that motherfucking stupid.
And that's why I'm just.
That's very true.
That's very true.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
And now we all just get to see them out in their glory.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
They now have a voice where we all have to then pay attention.
And we have to read it. Well, we don't have to read it, but we do read it.
We
see it, and we're like, God, you probably vote and have kids. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, on that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Jeff. Jeff, what do you got?
Well, I'm going to crack a new bottle tonight, something I picked up at the festival last weekend. I've got the Trio.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, I do not have that.
That's it.
Oh, someone talked over it. Someone talked over it.
Nah, it was quiet.
I'm trying to go 3 for 3 here, Steve.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Justine's next. Justine, what do you got there?
I have my birthday blend that I did at MB Roland when we went and spent the day there.
Okay. Okay, that's our leader. That was solid. McNew's next.
Have some piggyback.
Okay.
Nada.
I've got Buzzard's Roost. Buzzard's Roost. Let's see what we got here. No, nothing going on there. Justine has the lead, but Tim is going for 3 in a row, or he says. What do you got there, Tim?
I've got a bottle of Old Pap Neely's Reserve Moonshine. This is the world's oldest aged moonshine at the time, aged 4.5 years.
Okay.
So this is a fresh crack. I am coming out with guns blazing.
All right.
Slide on the set.
Okay. Excellent cork pop. Way to go, sir. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Justine takes it. So
I did?
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about WhistlePig joining the KDA. There could be some ramifications here. We'll get to that after the break. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. All right, well, there's a look at some of our highlights in 2025. Share with us yours in the comments below. I don't know what that means. All right.
You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about WhistlePig joining the KDA.
Yes, we are. So that happening means a couple things. Number one, they have a presence now in Kentucky. We do know that. They've got a couple places, it sounds like. So, but the number two thing is you can't just go in there. You can't just go into Kentucky and be like, all right, we've got a tasting room here. We're in Kentucky. Let's join the KDA. That's not how it works. You have to actually distill. So they are going to be distilling in Kentucky. So that's interesting to note for sure. And the point here being, now they can say the whiskey that's created at said distillery is a Kentucky bourbon, and they're a Kentucky brand. That means they also get to go to things like the Bourbon Festival, which is Kentucky brands. You might not have noticed that, but they have to have a presence in Kentucky. You can't be out with a California brand that's, not in Kentucky and be like, I want to join the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. That's not how it works. So, this changes things. So do we think there's a possibility of success here? And then do we think that others are going to mirror this? Or are we going to start seeing other brands be like, hey, I'm going to open up a small distillery and take advantage of being part of the Kentucky bourbon community by creating a minimal amount of whiskey there? What do you guys think?
So where are they located at otherwise?
Whiskey
Isn't it like on the East Coast
Vermont.
somewhere?
Vermont.
Yeah.
So what is to keep them from using that juice and saying that it's Kentucky?
Nothing.
They really just import that and say it, I guess.
First, we need to define that if you have under Kentucky state law. Now, anybody here, correct me if I'm wrong. If under Kentucky law, if you have a tasting room that's outside of the distillery grounds, you must have distilling operations on site.
Yes.
So therefore, they have a small still. It could be who knows how many gallons. Small gallons, doesn't matter. They have to have distilling operations on site.
So they got to make 600 gallons a year is what they have to make.
Okay, well that's new information that it wasn't aware of. So they have to make 600 gallons a year.
Right.
So take your still size, and that's not a 100-gallon still. That's not a 50-gallon still. That could be a 10-gallon still done 60 times.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see what the still size is. And
Right.
how
Because we also know a 10-gallon still doesn't give you 10 gallons. It's going to give you 1 gallon when you run it.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
How
many times?
committed are they to Kentucky by
Right.
the size of their still.
Right.
That's what I'm curious about. Are we going to see other brands make that minimal investment? It can be a 10-gallon still. You just run it every day. Again, you can have a tasting room on site. And by the way, once you have the legal distillery that has a tasting room, you also get a tasting room license where you can open up a second location that doesn't have to distill at. So, WhistlePig can have a second location with an operational still where they just taste things out. They're creating nothing there. So, do other brands start doing that? Do well-known brands? Do all of a sudden maybe somebody like a Stranahan's? Stranahan's Colorado whiskey, they're like, oh, well, we're going to open up a distillery in Kentucky too.
About a Westland Spirits that has barrels that all of a sudden vanish off a truck and figure out a way to be able to, some of these West Coast, as much as I want to shit on Kentucky for this one because of the loophole on this thing, God, they're pretty savvy because, see, that fact of 600 gallons being produced on there, you can drive a truck through that loophole and really push a lot of juice, to Justine's point, made in other locations, age it in 1 year in Kentucky, and still can call it Kentucky bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of loopholes, and I don't think Kentucky cares because they're just like tax dollars. They
don't care. It's pretty savvy.
The rules are the rules, and
it's pretty savvy.
Play by the rules that are there. And if the rules change, you're probably grandfathered in, right? So
don't hate the player, hate the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all well and good until all of a sudden Jim Beam starts losing market share, and it's to the WhistlePigs of the world and the other ones that are coming in. Then the KDA starts. Well, let's redefine what we have here. We need to change some laws. But right now, it's pretty much the Wild West. If you want to come to Kentucky, you can, and you're part of the club.
And I think it's interesting, though, because, like, my chances of going to Kentucky, I could drive down there Saturday if I wanted to. But, like, me going to Vermont, like, that takes some planning. That's, some, like, I kind of like that, like, brands from other states can come in and do a tasting room.
Right.
Like, I like the thought of it. But it's kind of like a slippery slope in a way, too. But
yeah, that's what I think we need to watch
it's
it.
Sleazy.
Yeah.
It's very sleazy.
Yeah, and I don't know what the business model or the business plan is here. There's got to be a business hope, right? That this does something for our brand that feels kind of stagnant to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So counterpoint.
WhistlePig was a thing where it was like when it came out, it got blown up, right? Because it's like, what's this brand? It's this weird brand from Vermont. They have like pigs on a farm, and what's a WhistlePig? And there's a whole story behind that name. And the owner was crazy, and I think he's not even there anymore. But
no.
Yeah, and it was like WhistlePig just became this thing, and then it kind of got forgotten about. Until they're like, let's do a tasting room. Like, oh, I didn't even know you were still in business.
Yeah.
That's my counterpoint. Whiskey Row, I'm for as many distilleries and tasting rooms to revitalize that area in downtown Louisville. Pre-COVID and pre other incidents that happened in Louisville, this and the other. Man, that 4th Street Live was lit. I thought the Pittsburgh people could really hit it hard. Man, they held nothing on Louisville at 4th Street Live pre-COVID.
I used to go to
those people hit it hard.
Now it's a ghost town.
Yeah, no,
it's a
4th
ghost
Street
town.
Live in like the mid 2015s was a fucking vibe. I'd go
It
for
was.
Was intense.
And then the Jim Beam Still House was there. I think that's closed now.
It's closed.
The Maker's Mark experience was there. The whole thing. Oh, it was.
Edward Lee had a restaurant there. Whiskey Dry gone.
And it's dead now. Like that whole area is dead. And I'm like, that's so sad. I had the best times there. Like I would go stay like a Friday through Saturday, go to a concert, and then just go through all the things like on a Saturday morning, Saturday night. Yeah. But 4th Street was fucking lit for a good, 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Would you remember the couches that were out in the open, and like by 7 o'clock, people would be passed out in those couches?
Yeah.
That's how hard these fucking people hit it.
Yeah. No, it was just a party. It was a
level
whole
drinking
party.
Right.
And they block off the streets with the barricades, and you were just drunk as hell walking around 4th Street.
It's covered. Yeah. It was nice.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
For those that haven't been there, it's kind of downtown Las Vegas. If you've been to, it's kind of that type of vibe that used to be there.
So awesome.
Yeah.
But anything to revitalize that back, I'm kind of for. And with that new Kentucky law that if you age the whiskey in Kentucky for at least a year, you can put Kentucky on the label.
Yeah.
I'm kind of here for it, but I get it, but man, it doesn't feel right.
Right.
Yeah, it kind of feels like cheating, but like I'm here for it on the tourism end, but on the bourbon end, I'm just kind of like, but it really isn't a Kentucky bourbon, is
right.
it?
But for somebody like WhistlePig, it feels genius because they've kind of lost their mojo.
Yep.
And you get this idea of there's bourbon fans are coming to Kentucky all the time. Hey, let's do something different. Let's go by WhistlePig, which they would never go up to Vermont and go there, but they're going to be coming by because they're in Louisville.
Yeah.
It's pretty genius for them.
Now, if they're doing something specifically different in Kentucky, where whatever they're making is significantly different, there's probably some merit there. And I'm not defending. I mean, they're playing by the rules that they were dealt, right?
Right.
So,
yeah. They're doing nothing wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see. Like I said, it's not everyone's not jumping on board yet, but I think a lot of brands are probably watching to see what they're doing and are they having success and going from there.
They're letting them be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with second to market. There's nothing wrong
Could
with
you
being
imagine
the IBM of the industry.
Could you imagine if it gets announced, mid year next year, Jack Daniels is coming to Whiskey Row, and they're just going to put it in a small still? Yeah,
right.
It would be huge.
Oh my god, that place would be. They'd have to have like a restaurant. They would go big.
It would be pretty epic.
I
Yeah.
can only imagine
The tourists would love it. I'm not sure, but the locals might hate it. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, as a tourist to be able to try. Let's be honest. Jack Daniels out bourbon over the last 6 years.
Right.
Yeah.
We were out front of a bourbon for a lot of reasons with their different releases, and kudos to them for laying that stuff down and figuring out we're just going to do this and see what happens, and they hit it. So
Yeah.
That. Ooh.
It could happen. It could happen. And, they have to have a still there, but they get a second distiller that just makes the whiskey there, kind of like you see at other places, like the Evan Williams experience and that. And they're just making whiskey, and it's not going to be large scale. It's not going to be a nationwide product, but they sell it out of the gift shop. They would kill. And if they're like, oh, this is Jack Daniel's Kentucky Bourbon, are there traditional fans angry? I don't know. That's what they would have to measure. Are the true Tennessee whiskey fans just mad about that? I don't think they'd care about pissing off bourbon, and I think they'd be fine going.
You know
in
who
there.
would be really pissed?
Who?
Freddie, no, because Freddie's going to be spending a lot of time on Whiskey Row at the Jim Beam experience that they're going to put up there, the rival Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
So that was going to be my next thing, where it was like, if they're distilling it in Kentucky on Whiskey Row, you're no longer a Tennessee whiskey.
Just for the gift shop stuff they sell, but they could play it up. We're like, how cool is this? We're
got a Kentucky bourbon now.
Yeah. In addition to what we do in Tennessee whiskey, which that's still who we are, we got this kind of cool little offshoot that we're doing. It's kind of a fun thing, and see what you think about our bourbon.
Yeah, and I think people are nerdy enough to be like, oh, I got this. Look at this bottle I got. It's Jack Daniels, but it's Kentucky. Like, I think people would fucking buy into that so fucking fast.
I'd buy it.
Oh,
I would too.
Right.
I would.
And the craziest thing to think about, because there's still people that'll be like, no, Jack Daniels is not bourbon. It is Tennessee whiskey. It's different. Imagine if they come in and do the exact same thing they do to make Jack Daniels, but now they just put on the label it's bourbon. Then they can't. Then their mouth is shut. They can't say anything because Jack Daniels comes in and does the exact Lincoln County process at the end, and they're like, okay, this is Kentucky bourbon. People would lose their minds because they're still fighting that.
Oh.
They're still saying it's not actually bourbon. It's something very different.
No. And I would love. I don't know what county is Louisville in, but they call it whatever county process.
Maybe they'll add another row of charcoal or something, and it's just a little bit different.
Oh. Yeah. Or maybe some people just have strokes when that happens.
I am there. I'm staying at the Marriott or the Hotel Distill. I'm staying at a nice place with points, whatever, and I am going to live up all of that.
Yeah.
People will absolutely lose their minds. I kind of love it, though.
Just the people watch would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. There's so I'm glad we got into that discussion because that people be like, well, what's the big deal? WhistlePig's there. Yeah, they can change things. This could totally change what's going on in Louisville, and we'll see what happens. It might not. It may. Who knows? But we'll be watching. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Tim.
So, Brown Foreman, you can find my Venmo at SwyGuy2112 for all the ideas that we created here. And then on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and our flagship whiskey on YouTube and at RushCreekDistilling.com's curated barrel experience.
All right. Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
What's your Venmo, Justine?
Yeah.
Just in
You
case.
should share that. Yeah.
The same.
The same.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. Very easy, simple, nice.
Very, very simple. So, yeah. I want it to be like, Joe DiMaggio had a thing, and this is back before Venmo and all that, but if he came into a bar, everyone knew that meant that you would go, and he gave them his bank routing number, and everybody knew that you'd go on. If he came in on a Saturday, on Monday when the banks open back up, you'd go to his bank and deposit money as a thank you for him coming in there, and he'd be checking that, make sure that deposits were put in there, and it's if we share a Venmo, maybe that'll start happening. They'll be like, "Oh, thank you for that idea. Boom! Here's a little treat. Here's a couple bucks."
Here we
Here's
go.
a little cheddar cheese, as I like to call it in the industry.
Yeah, for sure. McNew, how about you? Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV. I also got kicked out of Venmo. That's a long story.
You did?
What? That will be good for the mailing it in episode.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, coming up.
You're early on that with this. Okay.
We'll share that story. You got kicked off of Venmo.
How the
It's
did you do
boobies.
that?
It's selling booby pics or something. Yeah. Something happened.
Oh,
OMG.
that's...
We'll find out. So that's going to be on Saturday, July 25th, folks. It's the mailing it in for Christmas in July. We'll be sharing that story. McNew's turning red, so this has to be a good story.
It's got to be a good one.
Yeah. Kicked off of Venmo. Banned. All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com. That's where we keep our content. Steve Akeley on Venmo, by the way, so easy guy to find. As I do everything. ABVBarrelShop.com, everything that's going on at the shop, and Bourbon Sasquatch on YouTube. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
What else have you been
I think
kicked
we can
off
talk
at?
now.
The audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. You're going to have to wait. It's actually before this. So go back if you didn't hear it, and go back and listen to the July 25th show where McNew shares the story of how
It's a
she
good
got
story.
kicked off.
We promise.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to go back and hear this story.
absolutely. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, see ya.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.